Welcome everyone, and this is Pops, and I'm back right now, and just wanted to bring this show today, go over a little bit of some of the stuff you used to see, like in the movie RoboCop, and starting to come in to tuition right now. You could see a little by little, they're starting to bring it in. I think we're only maybe 5, 10 years away before you start actually seeing armed robotic cops on the streets. I mean, right now, they're breaking it in with just observation type of robots, but they're working their way. Once robots have guns, I think that's when we're going to have big problems. And it seems like that's the direction they're going in. I think the main reason is because down the road, if things really get ugly and people, even the cops themselves, are going to start to side with the people, because, let's face it, I mean, you're a cop, and then eventually you're going to tell you go lock up your cousin and your brother. You're going to think twice about doing it when you start seeing all the tyranny that they're trying to put in place for us. I mean, I hope it never happens. I hate to sit here and be the narcissist, but this is the reality. And you people must wake up and see that it's possible. Or maybe it's just a conspiracy theory. That's all it is. I just make all this stuff up. The videos I'm going to show you, I actually made them with Photoshop. They don't exist. You could go on the internet and you won't find anything. I mean, this is what they want people to believe. So I don't know if anybody's here yet, but it doesn't look like it. So I'll kind of wait a minute or two, see if some people join, then I'll start to show what we have. But if you really look at what's going on with robotics itself, I mean, it looks like, a lot of robots are going to start taking jobs. I've been kind of looking into this. Hey, what's going on, Alexio? So we got our first person in there. And Alexio is in the house. And so just want to tell you, thank you. And there he is, my second son, Alexio. But so anyway, basically wanted to show people, what's going on out there with these police robots and things that they have out there. So I put a couple of clips together. They're going to break it in gradually. They're not going to put robotic cops out there with guns yet. They're going to break you in slowly. I was watching one video that these like robots that they're putting out there, they look like Weebles. I don't know if any of you've ever seen the toy Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. So they put these like cute little robots out there to break you in slowly. And what they're doing is they're just kind of like observation type robots. They walk around and they're cute. It's like watching like little R2D2 from Star Wars running around. So here's a video of one of them, and I'll just show you quickly. And here we go. Well, I guess that video wasn't working, but I got another one here. Hold on. Here we go. So that's kind of what they look like, these little cute robots that they have. And hey, Woody, what's up? And Woody's in the house. So I don't know if you've seen Woody. They got these cute little robots. They look like Weebles. I'll just show you quickly again. So they have these type of robots. So they're putting them out there already, and they're doing like information type robots because they're going to break it in slowly. They're not going to put robots out there with guns right off the bat, So this is the direction they're moving with the police department. I was explaining, Woody, the main reason I think is because down the road, if they really starts getting tyrannical, they don't got to worry about the cops turning on them. They just send these robots out there. Now, they have even like these dog type robots, which I've seen a few of them. They're real spooky, some of them. This is one, though, I have a video of, and they go to a door, and they open it up. But I'll just show you quickly what type of robot we're talking about. Yeah, so NYPD actually has robots like these already. I've seen them. And, right now they're just more or less to like enter buildings and protects the police officer, which is good in a way. And, but when they start putting guns on these robots, then it gets a little different, Imagine like one of these like dog robots having like a gun on it and it's coming at you and it's telling you don't move. I mean, it's getting really crazy. But I seen another video, and it's a car stop robot, which now, if you were a cop, you could understand. I was a police officer back in the 80s when I kind of consider cops normal. They didn't do this stuff. They didn't follow orders like today. These cops will just do whatever they're told, just for the sake of their job. But this is a car stop type robot. And I think this is actually great for even the people. I mean, this would make sense, and I'm going to show you and I'll explain to you why. So let me put this on and show you kind of this car stop type of robot they're working on.
Robots may soon be taking over our roads, making traffic stops. SRI International, a nonprofit research institute, has developed a prototype of a robotic system designed to make traffic stops safer. Every year, millions of drivers are pulled over, and thousands of motorists and police officers are hurt. Some are killed. Ruben Brewer, a senior robotics research engineer at the Institute, who started work on the prototype in his garage, said, "With such dangerous interactions between people, maybe it's time to send a robot in between them. One that can't hurt or be hurt."
So that's a video of like a car stop type robot. Now, if you knew anything about being a police officer, you know it's kind of really dangerous when you do pull people over. When I was a cop, I didn't pull too many people over for like stupid car stops. Like, if they didn't put their blinker on, they're changing lane, they would have had to like blow through a red light like a lunatic for me to pull them over. And I would pull them over, and if it looked like they weren't just paying attention or whatever, I would let them go. I just wanted to admonish them. I didn't even write tickets. I didn't believe in tickets. Unless the person was a real idiot when I pulled them over and acting stupid towards me, then maybe I would give them a ticket. But I didn't care about the ticket. I just cared about telling them, look, be careful and be safe out there. I care about the people. I don't really care about how much money I could pull in for the city. But this is what you can expect. I think this would be a great idea, the car stop robot, because not only is it protecting the cop, I mean, this thing don't have a gun, so it's not going to shoot the guy inside the car. A lot of times when you're a cop and you're rolling up on a car and you don't see their hands and they're reaching in a glove compartment, it's a spooky situation because you don't know if they got a gun in there. Maybe they got drugs and they don't want to get caught, so they're going to shoot the cop rather than go to jail. So car stops are super dangerous for a cop. There's no doubt about it. And I think here is actually a video of the actual, like a car stop really happening. It even issues you a ticket. It's pretty funny. But this would make sense to me. But let me put this on and show you.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Do you know why I pulled you over?
No, sir.
You're speeding in the school zone. Can I please see your license and registration?
Yes, sir.
On the back of your license, there's a barcode. Please hold that up to the small blinking scanner. Miss Brewer, thank you. Please hold your registration up to the main camera close. All right, up to date, thank you. There's a small signature pad. Please use your finger to sign your name. Thank you. Your citation is being generated and will print shortly. When it's all done, you can pull it and take it with you. Along the start withdrawing the arm, please do not drive away until I give you an explicit okay to do so. All right, Ms. Brewer, you have a good afternoon.
Thank you, sir. You too.
You are free to go.
So that's a car stop robot. I mean, I really think it's fucking hilarious. Especially it's wearing a helmet on its head. I mean, like, they had to even put a helmet on it. Like, it could have just been a screen. They had to make it look like some kind of cop with a helmet on it. I mean, I don't know if you noticed, though. The thing puts spikes in front of your tires. So if you try to take off, you're going to get a blowout. So I don't know if people realize that part, because that is part of it. Now, I can imagine, though, there's some crazy people out there, and they just grab that robot and drag it and floor the car and drag the robot head with it or something. I mean, I can see some crazy shit happening, but I think it is a great safety. That's one I agree with, because I was a cop, and I know how dangerous it was to make a car stop. And it protects, I think, the people, too, because that thing don't got a gun. Now, if that thing came up to me and it asked me for my license, but I had a gun also, I'd be a little more nervous. But I don't think they need to put a gun on that thing. It's just there to give you a ticket. I'm surprised it didn't say, if you want to pay now, you could use your Visa or MasterCard. I mean, that'll probably be next. And we even take crypto, by the way. So that could happen. I definitely see that definitely is going to happen. That's 100% I think is going to happen. And people will be getting pulled over more, because some cops don't really make as many car stops because of safety issues. But now they're going to be like, who cares? I'll just pull people over and let this robot do all the talking, It's a pretty cool idea. But people have to realize this is just the beginning. They're kind of breaking you in. And what they really want to do is they want to get to this part. See, this is where they really want to get. This is why they're going to break you in slowly with like Weeble-looking type of robots. But here's where they really want to go with it. And I'm going to show you.
Please request all available scouts to be mobilized immediately.
Destination or task.
Helipad. Yep. Hey, 22. Just watch yourself this time, man.
Affirmative.
So that's the first part of it. But as you can see, that thing's got a gun now. So I think this is their definite goal to get to this point, Let me see if anybody's been making any type of comments. They never have. They already have surveillance drones. Yeah, we know that already. I mean, they got surveillance phones. I mean, they're watching us even with their phones. Have you seen Black Mirror? You would enjoy it. Yeah, I've seen it, Alexio. It's pretty cool. So that's the part where they want to get to. And this is another part. Like, they just show you the kind of the robot. I think these are the type of robots they really want to have. And here we go.
One that represents the end of crime. The end of corruption. Go! Up against the wall!
On the ground, all targets neutralized.
And the start of the rebirth of our city. Welcome to the world's first robotic police force.
I mean, that's the goal. I mean, that's from a movie too, by the way. I forgot the name of the movie. I've seen it already. But I think that's the goal where they want to get to. They want to get to that, So I think what they're going to do is gradually break us in with, the Weeble-looking type robots and things like that. And eventually, it's going to move into that. And then they ain't got to worry about cops not doing their job. If we start getting like some type of a pushback with like a revolution, some cops may side with the people, but they don't got to worry about it if they got these robots. They'll have some nerd sitting in a room that doesn't care about anything. He's like some woke nerd, Pee Wee Herman type looking, and he'll just send those robots in. He don't care, So that's where we're headed. And I just wanted to bring that to people's attention. I'm sure a lot of people know about this already, but I just found it interesting, something to talk about. And there are a lot of videos on all these robotic cops. Robotic police. You could go online and look it up. I mean, Dubai has all types of robot police already. It actually has like a touch screen. You touch, you interact with it. I mean, this is what they're doing. You know, they're starting out making the robot friendly. And then, yeah, I know, Knowledge. My other channel, I still can't post a video. I got 2 strikes on it for medical disinformation, and it wasn't even medical disinformation. I don't know why they keep saying that. I put a religious rap video on. They hit that. Then they hit me with a show from 2 months ago that was on for 2 months, and all of a sudden, it's a medical disinformation. So I don't know if somebody complained about it. You know, you have people out there that are trolls that don't like you, and they do stupid stuff. But I started this channel, and what I'm going to do is on my old channel, as soon as I can, I'm going to post a video telling all my subs to come here so they're notified. But I appreciate you finding me and coming. You kind of missed the show. I showed all the videos, but I'm sure you could go back and look at it. Just trying to show people about these robots they have that they're coming out with. I think the best one I liked was the car stop one, because it actually protects the passenger too. I mean, the car stop one doesn't, you know, the robot don't have a gun or anything. It's just pulling you over, taking your information and giving you a ticket and letting you go. But when they start getting into like robots that carry guns, that's when it's going to get a little spooky. You know, they're not there yet. They're breaking us in with like low-level type robots. They got ones, they look like Weebles. They look like this kind. I'll just show you quick for the new people that came on. They kind of look like these. And what that thing does, basically, it's like a surveillance type robot. And you could call for help on it. But like, it looks like a Weeble, like a toy, you know, and they break you in with those. But eventually, you're going to get something like this.
Please request all available scouts to be mobilized immediately.
Destination or task.
Helipad. Yep. Hey, 22. Just watch yourself this time, man.
Affirmative.
So, I mean, you know, that was for the new people that just logged in. So eventually that's what they want to get to. And the main reason, as I was trying to explain, is they don't got to worry about, you know, if they start doing a lot of crazy stuff, if they do, you know, this is all conspiracy theories, by the way. But if they start getting very tyrannical with, you know, the law, and they start putting crazy laws into effect, and some of the cops start, you know, basically defecting and saying, no, we're not going to enforce those type of laws, especially if it's on their like family. You know, what are going to do? Go lock up your own cousins and brothers protesting in the street. So they'll have these robots, and they'll have some like computer geek sitting in a corner of a room somewhere, and he'll be controlling these things. So, you know, I think this is where they want to get to. They don't want to depend on humans. They rather just have like these robots doing the job, you know, and that's when it's going to get, you know, it's going to get spooky when you got to fight a robot. I mean, they may be easier to actually beat because you won't feel bad about destroying a robot anyway, right? Let's face it. I would probably shoot a police robot much easier than I would shoot an actual human cop. So I think it could work both ways for them and against them. I mean, we could even probably shoot that thing with an EMF thing or something, put it out of commission. But that's a subject for another day. But this is where I think they want to get to. They want to get a lot of robotic cops. We never thought this would happen. We're getting close to it. It's like the movie RoboCop almost. I mean, it's getting scary. So this is a subject I thought maybe people would want to talk about. Just try to mix it up a little bit. And has anybody got any kind of comments or questions? This is the Terminator police technology is not there yet. I agree. But I have I've seen videos. I didn't even want to be bothered putting them all on here. They're actually like testing these robots. Like there was one video, they were hitting the robot in the back with a bat. And the robot was shooting a target. And then they were hitting it with this bat, right? And the robot spun around. They wanted to see if the robot would still stay on its target or like shoot the person that hit it with the bat. They wanted to see what this robot was going to do. And the robot, even though it was getting whacked in the back with a bat, it still kept on its target, shooting at it. So, I mean, they're going to get these things to a point where they have to be where they can't really be getting sued if they're making a lot of mistakes with them. But it is going to, yeah, it's definitely going to be advanced AI. I think they have a lot of, you know, the Army has a lot of these robots already. Like I seen one guy in the Army, he had like 5, 6 of these robotic dogs. and he was walking with like 6 of them. And that's some scary shit. And these dogs had like gun turrets on them and shit. And he was walking with these things, and they were experienced. They're going to put these in the military too. So I think the military is way ahead of the police departments as far as technology. And eventually it will trindle down to them, but I think they're still playing with it in the military still. I mean, always the military gets most of the advanced technology first. I mean, 'cause that's what they do. Just like with the internet, the military had the internet way before we did. They actually invented the internet, the military. So, it's spooky. And people got to know. I mean, they had that car stop robot. I thought that was great. I mean, I think it really helps the person in the car because you don't got a cop getting out with his hand on his gun, getting nervous, not thinking about, am I going to go home tonight? Because if you get pulled over by a robotic cop, and just to show you, some of you people weren't here, kind of what it looks like, it's something like this.
Robots may soon be taking over our roads, making traffic stops. SRI International, a nonprofit research institute.
So that's what it looks like. And then what it does is, I showed earlier in the video, it asks for your license, you scan it, and then the cop's in the car, and he has your license now, and he looks everything up, and then he issues the summons, and the robot spits out the summons right out of its thing, and you take it, and that's it. I mean, I'm surprised they don't ask if you want to pay it now with your Visa or MasterCard, because that may be next. But I think it's pretty good for the, we don't have all these stupid shootings of cops getting nervous and shooting people in the car, thinking maybe they got a weapon and stuff. And it protects the police officer too. So I think it's a win-win. I like that robot, but I don't like robots walking around with guns. When you start giving a robot a gun, I don't feel safe with that. I mean, humans, maybe, who knows, maybe humans are worse, but I don't know. I don't trust robots yet, because somebody's got to be controlling that robot, unless it's super duper AI. And that's really in the future. I don't think they got a robot that can really interact with everything yet. I mean, that's got to be, 20 to 50 years down the road. The way they're moving, though, it could probably be 20, But I think it's crazy. And that's the Raytheon Lockheed Martin are going to make the next $50 billion. So look at Alexio knowing all kinds of stuff. That's how Raytheon and Lockheed. Yeah, $50 billion. How about a couple of $100 billion? These things will be worldwide. China has got some serious robot dogs right now. I mean, they showed them. I had a video, and I just didn't. It gets to the point. How much information can I just show people? This is supposed to be a talk show. People get on here and start talking. But when it gets to Westworld robots, Alexio, then we're probably, that's 100 years down the road. At least 50. I mean, come on, those things are they look exactly human. I mean, people will be going to islands like Westworld, do fantasies on those islands, they're a cowboy or whatever, they're a knight. I mean, when it starts getting that crazy, I won't be alive to see that. So, and maybe this planet won't be here anyway, because the way things look, it don't look too good. It looks like the Almighty is going to be stepping in soon. I don't think I don't know how long it could go, but and then I was just looking at some other stuff in the news today. Did anybody see the Canadian woman hockey team was playing the Russian woman hockey team in the Olympics? And I don't know, one of them, somebody got caught, caught the COVID or whatever. They caught it. And these hockey players are wearing masks underneath their helmets. How can you play hockey and breathe with that on? I don't even understand how they wore them and actually played with them on. I don't know if anybody's ever played hockey, but hockey, you're on the ice for 45 seconds, a minute, and you're off. The next shift is on. There's 5-6 lines. A line is a shift of 3 to 5 hockey plays. Some guys stay on for 2 shifts, some of the real elite players. They could stay on maybe for a minute and a half, but they got to get off. You get exhausted in hockey when you're wearing all that equipment and skating around. I can't figure out how they were wearing it and playing. I mean, I don't even know how they did it, and they did it. This is how crazy it is. I was watching this. I was dumbfounded, because if you played hockey, you would know. It's like you're out of breath without that on your face. I don't know how they did it. I really don't. I don't know if it was show. I would like to go look for a live. I want to see it live. I only seen pictures. I want to see it actually live if they really did wear them, or was that just like, you know, something they put on a picture? I don't know. I got to go look into it. But I found that crazy. You know, I mean, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on out there right now. I mean, you could go on like different news sites and find some crazy stuff. Seen a video that the president of Russia, Vladimir, is threatened Europe, kind of like telling them, look, you know, you guys, you know, if Ukraine joins NATO and you guys try to push me around, basically, even though you guys may have an edge as far as like, I don't know, basically telling me you have an edge when it comes to financial, but I think we have an edge when it comes to, you know, military. So like he's kind of telling them like, you know, we got more nukes than all of Europe. So if you guys want to play around, let's do this. You know, he's kind of threatening them in a nice way, you know, and it's funny. And I was watching a few other things on there, you know, on different news channels, but it's crazy what's going on out there right now. Has anybody seen anything crazy going on? That's why we're here. We're here to talk about all the conspiracies. You know, everything's a conspiracy. Nothing's true, by the way. Nothing's true. Everything, you know, like even those videos I showed you guys, you know. What's up, Tom? Even those videos I showed you, I photoshopped them. Them robots don't exist. That would be disinformation, you know. But it looks like Howard Stern is asking people, don't cancel me. Because I think a lot of people aren't watching Howard no more. Howard don't understand one thing, that idiot that he is. A lot of his customer base was like conservative guys because he spoke his mind and people like that. You know, he was talking about all kinds of shit in the past. Now he's like he's flipping. He's becoming like some kind of super liberal. I don't know what his agenda is. They got to the point now. Somebody was bringing up some guy from England. One of these guys, these like news people, was saying like they want to penalize comedians, like if they say, you know, politically incorrect jokes. Like a comedian can't even tell a joke anymore. He's got to worry about what he says. Listen, when a comedian can't say what he says, then where freedom of speech is really gone out the window when a comedian can't even joke around about something, you know? So Alexio's talking about digital ID wallets by the end of the year. I believe it. You know, I definitely believe it. I think digital currency is coming around. It's around the corner also. I don't know when that's going to come, but I think that's coming soon too. I mean, what's better for them to control all the digital currency? And they'll just make, I mean, you know, people keep pumping money in crypto, and that's great. If you're making a little bit of money, but sooner or later, they're going to just dissolve crypto. Or they're just going to say it's illegal to use it in our country. I think China already did it. They said you can't use crypto. And I'm not sure about that. You have to look into it. Or they're working on it. But I'm pretty sure that China won't allow you to use crypto in their country anymore for payment. So imagine they do that throughout the world, like especially if there's a one world order, or even if America comes out with their own digital currency, they're not going to let people use crypto. So I would suggest to people, if you made money with crypto, get out. And if you didn't, wait till you make some money and get out, because I'm not a stock guy. I don't know how long it's going to last. Crypto could last another 10 years, 5 years, 2 years. But sooner or later, when they come out with their own digital currency, they ain't going to allow another, you know, another bank or whatever crypto is. I mean, it's like crazy. It's not even a bank behind it. I don't even know how you're insured about anything. Crypto's like just throwing your money in the air and hoping it, you know, it don't land on the floor. Howard Stern said Rogan should apologize and order listeners to get jabbed before they die. Wow. Yeah, okay. I got you on that. Yeah, actually, that's probably what's going on. But yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on. Now all of a sudden, I don't know what's going on. They're starting to loosen up on the mask. They're starting, like, the New York State governor is saying they're going to get rid of it. I mean, so something's going on. I think they almost want you to, I don't know if they want us to think we're winning a little bit, and then they just push harder again. You know, it's like give and take. You know, it's like a tug of war. Pull the rope as hard as you can, then give them a little slack, and then pull it again. You know, I mean, I don't know what their plan is yet. We'll see. You know. So, have you ever heard a conspiracy? I heard that conspiracy too. I don't know. Even if nukes aren't real, that don't mean they don't got missiles with bombs in it. That we know. I mean, no matter what. Let's say the nukes, they're really irrelevant and nobody's going to even use them, or they don't work anymore, whatever, the plutonium, or it's all bullshit from the beginning. They never had them, which wouldn't make sense. I mean, what did they hit Hiroshima with? I mean, was that a nuke or was that just a bomb? You know, maybe it was just a big bomb. But even if they don't have nukes, but they have these, like, you know, missiles that could destroy a city block or 2 city blocks, and they shoot 50 of them into a city, you know. And then I heard another conspiracy that Russia has people all over the world, different cities and different countries, with suitcase nukes, like sleeper agents, that basically are suicide bombers. You know, they're just going to go walk into a train station and nuke it. You know, I mean, I don't know if this is true, but I mean, these are all the things that you hear out there. So you got to put some truth to some of it. I mean, it is possible they could do it. And then people go, they couldn't get them in the country. We measure, you know, they have all these sniffers that sniff plutonium and all that. I don't know how true that is. You take some kind of nuke and put it in a lead case. I don't know if they could sniff through that. I don't know. But you know, we have no control with things like that anyway, Lexo. So if they really do have things like that, they have. If they don't, they don't. It probably, if I had to guess, I mean, the nuke thing does seem like it's bullshit, and it's just a threat to scare everybody. Maybe they never really had that type of technology to split the atom and all that shit. But they definitely got bombs that could do heavy damage. I mean, World War II, they had shit that was destroying cities. So I'm sure they got stuff that could really destroy, you know. And then that's scary enough. I mean, if you've seen missiles hitting a city, you know. So even like looking in when we were in Iraq that time years ago, you're probably a little kid, they would show you pictures like at night, and we would just be bombarding them, like from, I don't know where these missiles were coming from, our artillery or from ships in the ocean. I mean, they could bombard countries from the ocean with the battleship, just shooting missiles, you know, cannons and stuff. But when you seen that and they showed you, man, it was like thousands of missiles just kept going and going and bombarding. I mean, so that's some spooky stuff, you know. So who knows? I mean, you got a lot of stuff out there, you know, food supply wise. I mean, I see it coming. It ain't here yet. I definitely see high inflation on food. I know food right now, I don't know if people really look at what they're paying for food. It's getting really expensive. I mean, chopped meat is getting around $5, $6 a pound already. I've seen it for, you know, $4.99, $5.99 a pound in supermarkets already. And I say it's going to hit at least $9.99 a pound before they're done, maybe even more, but it's going to be $10 a pound. So you want to make a couple of hamburgers, man, it's going to cost you a lot of money now. Hamburgers are going to be like a privilege. You know, oh, wow, we're eating hamburgers tonight. We're eating hamburger helper. Woohoo! It's like buying a steak now. So that may be coming. Canada, I'm sure, is getting hit a little bit with it, you know. Anybody else hear anything crazy out there? All righty. Well, I guess let's cut this show short. Appreciate you, Lex. It looks like you're the only one here right now. I don't see anybody else really talking or anything. So rather than just waste people's time, we'll just end the show. But I do appreciate you coming. I'm moving, actually. So I put the show on just kind of before I'm going to move. Just wanted to put something out there, you know, just to kind of get people a little, show them something that I'm still alive. I will be having some long shows soon in the future, but right now I'm just going to keep it short and sweet. And I want to thank whoever, came down. Eventually, we'll be doing pretty good once we get all the subscribers from the other channel to come over. A lot of people don't know about this channel yet. And I can't even post anything yet on the other channel. I don't know. I got my second strike for some bullshit, and I can't even post a video on there to tell people to come to this channel, because that's what I'm going to do. That's why I took all my videos down, because I figured maybe they'll give me a strike for a video I put up 3 months ago, and then that channel's useless, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a video on there and tell people that, to come to this channel. This channel will have no strikes, and that's basically it. And, I just appreciate you guys coming, and I'll see you next week. And Pops out. Thank you.